What's up, guys? Back with some more Ash of Gods Redemption. Here we are with episode 5. Now we left off with Hopper, I think. So let's find out what's going on. Yes, we just arrived back in the town. So let's speak to His Highness. Intrigued, the Prince of Girona. You don't look so worn out last time I saw you. What aggravates you so, Your Highness? The beginning of the reaping or the incessant ringing? Who are you? I've been told that a certain scribe has arrived in town. Is it you? A healer and a wandering sorcerer with a license. Hopper Rowley, your face looks familiar. Might we have met? We met in your palace, Your Highness, about 3 years ago. I'd just gotten my scribe's license. I spent a whole year going through your archives. I can't remember every single palace scribe. Now, if you were a good swordsman, we could talk. I see you do have a sword and a staff. Isn't that overkill? What brings you to Albius? The staff is for walking, the sword for defending. Such are the times we live in. You either carry a sword or someone carries your head. As to why, I got word that the reaping has almost conquered Albius. Where else would a healer be in such times? I don't care as long as I don't freeze my ass off. Just tell me, scribe, healer, whatever. Why in terminum are you in Albius? I'm telling you, Your Highness, it's not a matter of my absent-mindedness, just pure curiosity. It's truly a great feeling, seeing everything for yourself and then writing it all down. Aren't you afraid of getting entangled in the chaos? Don't you see what happened in town now? You can't be that foolish. You are a scribe, after all. Why didn't you just run away and not look back? I'm ashamed of myself for shying away from some misfortune. I am a healer, after all, even capable of some magic. Magic definitely played a role in this. Perhaps I could be of assistance. I don't believe in do-gooders. Mages are powerless against the reaping. As for temple healers, I've got those in spades. Not much help, though. Besides, nobody cares about some ancient scrolls with all the madness going on. They're not quite sane, scribe. Everyone behaves oddly when the reaping begins, Your Highness. If you burned a tree's trunk, you'll hurt the branches, too. It takes time for the ancient scrolls to earn respect, and for scribes' hard work to make people wise. If you're as clever as scribes pretend to be, tell me, was the bell ringing during the last reaping? And if it was, how did they stop it? Is there a clue in your scrolls about how to silence the bell? It did ring, but differently, and not for days, at least. I mean, how do you even keep this up? Anyway, stopping the bell is child's play. Just get the bell ringer off the damn thing. Do you have any idea how many men I lost in the town hall? I don't need a scribbler, I need soldiers. So much for your usefulness. Go visit the cardinal and see if he can't find a job for you. Cardinal, it appears, usurped Shirland's shop, or Rask's shop. Is his most recent name. The cardinal takes anything he desires. And that bell really is ear-splitting. So there you are, Blance. Here I was, thinking not a single fly would come to this pile of dung. We have 2 flies now, including you. And once again, you're a cardinal, Coronzon. Oh, the vagabond again. They told me you call yourself Hopper. I liked Blance better. I've always been amazed by your passion for changing names. Only Amma has always stayed Amma. Your coming has no coincidence, is it? What else did she predict? Really? The onset of her reaping. Does that mean she hasn't lost her clairvoyance? That's how it pans out. Reaping has also started in Frisia, not just here. It's not your doing, is it, Coronzon? Of course not. You don't think we've sided with the Umbra, do you? We're all Umbra. Amma is, and so is Rask. He got away from what I've heard. Who came to Albius? Are you saying you don't know, Blance? I'm surprised. You should have seen the one responsible for all of this. Something hides these events from my sight, but I caught a glimpse. There are 2 mortals, it seems. One here, one in the north. They resisted the Reapers, an unprecedented feat. The one in the north, if I am not mistaken, even managed to excarnate him. That can't be true. Are you sure? Absolutely sure. Surely it was only disembodiment. You couldn't have killed him. You'd also feel it if Umbra were killed. Disembodiment only. The Reapers already attacked him twice, but not in full force for some reason. I couldn't tell exactly, but he lost his body again. Damn it. This is a grave danger for all of us. Surprisingly, you've arrived just in time, Blance. Can I count on you? Spare me a chuckling. If we'd only turned Frisia into a graveyard when we had the chance, we could have avoided all this. Naturally, once we're standing in the middle of a graveyard called Burkhan. These people are cockroaches. Leave 10 alive, soon there'll be 1,000 of them. At least they're much more efficient at getting rid of themselves than the reaping ever could be. Tell me what you need. It's not that simple. A merchant named Patagang supposedly saw a woman of profound beauty before the reaping, but no one else did. Then he saw the retired captain of the Odalan Guard, Thorn Brennan, with his daughter. They were talking to a reaper. Why should I care about a merchant's vision? Though Captain Thorn did pique my curiosity, it looks like he's the man I need. Why would a reaper converse with mortals, I wonder? I don't know. Thorn's wife died first. He took his daughter and a couple of soldiers and scurried away. However, one of the soldiers turns out to be Prince Treeg's son. And that numbskull of a prince convinced himself that his son could only be saved by the scribe who stops the ringing of the town hall bell. Should I care? I don't give a damn about the prince. One of Thorn's companions is the prince's bodyguard, some guy named Sop. His head will be removed from his shoulders the moment any harm comes to the prince, and he knows it. He's going to bust his ass to prevent that. Thorn is much more inquisitive. So this stubborn captain piqued your interest too. Think he'd fall at your feet if he appeared before him as a reaper? Well, who knows? Where could Thorn be headed? Thorn will go from Menhir to Menhir until he realizes the reaping has corrupted them all. Oh shit. He's already visited the first one nearby. He even fought some Enses there. I don't know where he's headed next. The next Menhir can be found on the outskirts of Ursus. Enses are dangerous foes. Thorn's able to go toe-to-toe with them. He didn't earn a captain's rank for nothing. Let's hope he's still alive. Being accompanied by such a commander will keep the prince much safer too. Does the young prince need saving? Thorn is already a goner. Reaper left his mark on the town gate, and our dear Shirlin broke it down when he escaped. The Albius guards were clearly a bit traumatized. When Thorn goes and hacks them all up, Treeg's worried about his kid and wants blood. I don't care for the prince, but I'd like to find Thorn and have a talk with him. Although I don't care for his possible execution either. Prince Treeg is not going to take me seriously as a scribe anymore, so I can't promise I'll be any help. You still haven't explained what you need. I want you to stop the ringing. It's not just Albius that's been affected by this magic. The bell rings all throughout Burkana now, all by themselves. Not a bell ringer in sight. All because of this one here. The Reaper didn't appear anywhere else but here. Why should I care, Coronzon? I'm not unraveling someone else's enchantments. I need this body, and I've got enough problems as it is. I'll do without your help. Maybe you should get to top of the town hall tower by yourself. I couldn't unweave this mysterious spell. Among the Umbra, you have the best affinity for magic. Give me some advice at least. Several people already perished in that cursed town hall. Bell's magic saps the mortal's will and forces them to climb upwards, but we are different. Alright, Coronzon, but I'll only take a look. The moment I sense any danger, I'm turning around and getting the fuck out. On your way to the town hall, you're joined by Coronzon. You examine the staircase and concede that it's enchanted. Luckily, the spell doesn't affect Umbra. As you try to make sense of the intricate spellcraft, Coronzon creeps up from behind and pushes you forward. You rush up the stairs against your will. The sorcery is affecting you too, even though it shouldn't. You must turn back, but you can't. Your feet are not your own. That doesn't sound good. Looks like we're going to be fighting. The loading screens are a bit tedious, but on the upper platform of the bell tower, you find the soldiers who got too close to the enchanted stairs. Your eyes are vacant. You draw your sword. The guards might not attack you of their own free will, but there's no reason to get yourself killed. Let's see what we've got. We've got circular hit and quick strike. Right? All surrounding units. It's all squares around it. Alright, Hopper. That did a good job. Hopper regenerates energy when he deals energy damage, right? Ow. Wow. Man, that is so powerful. It's just like, okay, whatever, you guys. Just friggin' melting these guys. So he regenerates energy by dealing energy damage. He's doing a big hit. Alright. Well, that was close, but we got through it. Berserker, nice. Rope swings on its own under the spell's effect. Simply grabbing it should break the spell and you'll be free to leave. But it's a trick. Touching the rope triggers a curse. Trusting Karanzan was a mistake, and you're about to suffer the consequences. Gather your courage and grab the rope, losing your footing as the bell tower crumbles. Everything goes black. All but the message burned into your mind. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom. Read and be saved. You wake up to somebody slapping your face and hauling you upright. You fight to open your eyes. The first thing you see is your blackened and frozen hand, which has absorbed the full power of the curse. One look back is enough to confirm your suspicions. The town hall's bell tower has indeed been destroyed. Damn you, Karanzan. You scoundrel, I get you out of the rubble, and what do I get in return? Have you gone mute or something? Town hall tower is no more. You brought it all down somehow. The store's still in one piece, though, and the ringing has stopped. That kind of magic is out of my league, Karanzan, and I can only tell you that it definitely kept something horrifying at bay. It still does, but now with my help. See my hand? This unknown sorcerer must have had both hands blackened. Or could it be a sorceress? No matter, a being capable of such spell work can assume any form. The spell hasn't been broken, and that's no ordinary curse on your hand. The bell must have been a decoy then, but I don't understand the enchantment's purpose. How should I know? If not for the bell ringing, the people of Albius might have slaughtered each other. Damnation, it's your fault that I got caught in this enchantment along with gods know what else. What if this blackness reaches my heart? It hasn't happened yet. Enough with the crocodile tears. A pompous nobleman is headed your way. You met my request, so I owe you one. However, if you want to ensure my goodwill, I'd suggest you find Thorn and bring him to Opacum. Opacum? Opacum? I'm not sure. I want to have a look at him. Oh, here comes Prince Treek. The dream has come true, Scribe. The hag was right. You stopped the bells ringing. Well, I invite you to serve the Jaren and Crown from now on. Find my son Ho and the captain who led him away. Name of Thorn Brennan. Save the boy and bring the captain to trial. Excuse my insolence, Your Highness. I just want to get it straight. First I hear about a girl of profound beauty. Now there's talk of some hag. What's with the dream? Does it have anything to do with your orders? I dreamt of a terrifying hag who foretold your arrival. She tried to soothe me, said you'd help me. Don't grind your teeth, Karanzan. Respect the Jaren and Crown. You demand respect for the crown, but show none for the temple. All these dreams and prophecies are pure heresy. No, forget about Thorn. He's not your subject, so it's not up to you to bring him to justice. It might surprise you, monk, but I'm perfectly capable of making decisions without your precious guidance. Is it too much to say that annoying temple advisors belong on the rack? Say once, Karanzan. If anything happens to Ho, Thorn loses his head. I will pray that your son gets out of this unscathed, yet I don't think it's wise to exact vengeance on the person trying to rescue him. Gods aren't that reliable. I'd be happy to do your bidding, Your Highness. You showed kindness to me once, it's time I return the favor. Finally, a voice of reason, and I don't care if it comes from a bookworm. Thank you, Karanzan, for your prayers, and you, Scribe, will have others to assist you. Yay, I have new friends. Out of the blue, I entered the royal service and found myself some good travel companions. You're a new face to me. You've probably gotten the spiel about our goals and reasons, but I'd like to get a proper introduction. My name is Hopper Rowley. I'm a scribe. I'm Stein of the Albius Guards. The Gerrans picked me up by the watchtower and pestered me with questions all the way. Now they've sent me to accompany you. I'm not thrilled, but it's better than arguing with Prince Trig. Look, I know Thornbrennan, and I'm certain he wouldn't kill without good reason. If anything, he'd try to save the prince. I'll follow orders and find him, but in my opinion, he's innocent. You're indeed a man of duty, following orders you disapprove of. For all the time being, all you have to do is point Thorn out to me when we catch up to him. Everybody has their own responsibilities. One of our captains thought differently, but Thornbrennan is another story. It's a father's duty to protect his children, and protect them he will. Had it not been for this accursed reaping, Thorn might have replaced Trouble as burgomaster. Many noble souls have ascended the scaffold, but very few have returned alive. Must you always escort me, Ake? Laugh all you want, I'm keeping my eye on you. Quite capable of handling a dozen gals all by myself, but taking down the town hall is another matter. Don't you dare hex me or I'll beat the living daylights out of you. I am no sorcerer, Ake. The town hall was already falling apart. I just sneezed a little too hard. Thanks for the warning. You sneezed so hard that the cardinal himself waded through the rubble to get you out? That's some achievement right there. Chance rules the world, Ake. That and strong fellows like yourself, if you're lucky. Really good, it's time to go. We'll get to know each other on the way. Don't get spooked if anything else crumbles like the town hall. Not so fast, Scribe. His Highness asked me to give you this captain's insignia. Why a vagabond would need it is beyond me, but such is the prince's wish. He's also granted you travel documents with his personal seal. It'll make the journey easier. I'm curious. The prince showers us with gifts for a job that isn't even half done. Well, if that's all that you have to say, let's head out immediately. Let's talk privately for a moment. There's a long road ahead, and I need to tell you something. They say the cardinal blessed you, so you're not just some filthy sorcerer, right? So you won't make fun of me. Tall as you are, you're forced to look up at the giant. You wait for him to say something. The thing is, whatever hag appeared to our prince in his dream, I saw a pretty girl, the one that Patagang thought he'd glimpsed. Only I never mentioned her to anybody. Why didn't you? Did you pity the girl, or was it something else? And how do you know it was the same girl? There are many pretty women in Burkana, more than anywhere else in the world, if you ask me. They make your blood race, not curdle. I nearly shat my pants when she entered my tent, the way she stared at me. And then when she vanished into thin air, I decided it would be best to keep silent about her, for appearance's sake. Why did you bring her up then? So she came to me because of you. Tell your new companion to look for signs, she said. If he values his life, he should watch and listen closely. The signs she mentioned should be found in burnt-out coals or ruins or a place where there's no water. Something crazy like that. Crazy or not, thanks for telling me. I'll rack my brain for a way to save the prince and solve these puzzles. Let's go. Your ruler cannot wait to see us leave. You leap into your saddle with plenty to think about. Clearly, Karanzan received no message. It was addressed to you. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom. Read and be saved. Gods know where these parts of wisdom might be. This guiding one is also a mystery. It seems there's a long road ahead. No time for leisurely traveling in the far ends of Terminum. The reaping the prince, Thorn and his daughter all bound together. One can only pray that there will be no need to sever this knot. Okay. Let's see. Prince Trig's assignment and the curse that caught you off guard forced you to follow Thornbrennan to the nearest one. Okay, but here's the thing. Something was mentioned about ruins and burned out coals. And there's ruins over here at the burnt mill. So I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to take the coal burners track. Track that connects Albius and the watchtower recently built near the abandoned coal burners village. Coal burning business has moved, but the name's stuck. Stein squints and smiles. There's the Albius watchtower. I was on duty there when the reaping began. It wasn't until a couple of days later that the Gerrans found me and told me about the events in town. Never thought I'd return so soon. You look at the tower and notice a rider silhouetted against it. By his stature, he's an Ents. This is their time, after all. Looks like the abominations are keeping watch now. According to ancient manuscripts, masked warriors always appear during the reaping. Abomination, you say? That's no good. Let's trash the enemy, boys, and you, book lover, stay by the tower and don't stick your neck out. While the Ents tries to escape, you ride slowly toward the tower. As soon as you dismount near the gate, you notice a small band of Ents is skirting the tower from the other side. Unlike the scout, they're horseless. They must have sent him out and then left when he didn't return. They haven't noticed you yet. You wait behind a wall until the Ents disappear into the woods. When you're gone, you step onto the road. Aig returns looking smart. The Ents scout is as good as dead. You nod to the giant and mount your horse. It's time to continue the journey. I want to check out this burnt mill. Testimony to the stubborn miller failing to construct his mill on cursed ground. Only after the third fire caused by lightning did he give up the idea. Dry riverbed. Miller's track. We're going to take the Miller's track. A roundabout way to avoid the dilapidated bridge. A narrow path through fields and barren land. I can't go to the burnt mill, I guess? Shit. When the road bends again, Ake spots someone on the wayside. Look, Hopper, there's a little girl all alone. What in the world is she doing here with no village nearby? She has a bucket, but the spring will be dry until autumn, when the rain feeds the river. When you get closer, the girl steps towards you and offers a bucket of water. Where could she draw water if the spring is dry? Did she bring it all the way home? Something doesn't fit. You can sense another sorcery, and remember that you should look for a clue in a place without water. The girl might be bewitched and in need of help, or it could be another trap. In front of the girl and ask where her parents are and if she needs help finding them. The girl just smiles and offers a bucket of water. Accept and drink the water. Your eyes shut instinctively, but water never touches your face. Ake lets out an audible sigh. When you open your eyes, there's no trace of the little girl with the bucket. You're surprised to find that your arm feels better. When the girl smiled at you and seemed to make the blackness retreat a bit. Ake points to the ground. Look, there's something written in the dirt where the girl just stood. You will find one on the 2. Gibberish. Must be another riddle. You know what, book lover? Let's make ourselves scarce. All this weird stuff could drive someone nuts. Skill points gained. Alright, let's see. And we'll just camp real quick. So I can adjust my stats. Alright. Skill points. Let's see. Mental Blast. Unlock skill Mental Blast. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds great. Improve Quick Strike, improve Circular Hit. Improve Circular Hit. Circular Hit is very good. Quick Strike deals 14 damage. Increases your energy by 11. Increases damage, reduces energy cost. Plus 2 to energy. Let's increase the damage of Circular Hit. Circular Hit, that sounds good. Well, it's only the northern road. Once well-trodden and convenient, this road was abandoned. Leaving the lifeless Dinford village behind, you approach the Menhir and Albius. The road and bridge are stained with blood, but the bodies have been taken away. On the other side of the bridge near the Menhir are some fresh graves and a regiment of guards. One of the guards recognizes Ake and waves. Ake, is it really you? Going to Ursus, huh? Is it a special assignment, or are you just heading home? Where I'm going shouldn't concern you, friend. Let's just say I'm escorting someone important, a scribe, and mage licensed by the temple. Listen, could his importance help us out? We have orders to bury the villagers' remains and to remove the abominable sigh from the Menhir. We've done the first, but the second, it doesn't come off. Obviously you shouldn't touch it with bare hands, but I've already tried everything. Tell me, friend, why are there 2 graves by the Menhir? Didn't you bury the villagers in a mass grave? How are you going about wiping the sign off the Menhir? With water, that's all we have. We rubbed it with a cloth and a pole to no avail. You ask where there are 2 graves. The smaller one contains one of the Albius guards assigned to this Menhir. The footsteps indicate that Thorn Brennan's company buried them. Who else could it be? Thorn was the last to leave Albius. We had to disturb the grave to find out and noticed that the soldiers' bodies had been drained of blood. Brennan couldn't have killed them. If he did, why'd he bother to bury them? I haven't met this Thorn, but it's the Enses who drain the blood from their corpses. Some people call them abominations. Didn't you find their bodies? I guess not. They'd be hard to miss. Thorn must have run into them on the bridge. There's blood and no bodies. Probably tossed them into the Manaz. The footprints have been trampled. I can't tell how many Enses there were, whether Thorn killed them all, and where the rest of them went. The rest went if he didn't. Thorn, however, has only one way to go, to the next Menhir. Poor man doesn't know that the Menhirs won't help anyone. Inspect the Menhir once more. A mark like this won't come off no matter how hard you scrub it. It will glow, however faintly, until the reaping is over. It's stronger than a sign on a gate, a sacred stone. So what do we do? Prince Trig won't have this. He'll take this road back to Ursa. Seeing the job unfinished is bound to get him all steamed up. Then we'll have our asses in a sling. You cast another glance at the Menhir and feel a strange tingling in your arm. You imagine yourself touching the Menhir and the Reaper's sign, glowing ever so faintly, vanishing into the stone. You realize that you're not thinking straight. With great effort, you try to control yourself. Let's do it. You walk right up to the menhir and touch the sign with your hand, despite Ake's warning. It's a flash of blinding night, and a powerful force knocks you down. Feels like you're only out for a few seconds. By judging by Ake's swearing, maybe not. The big fellow ceases his stream of profanities and sighs heavily. You woke up, huh? We knew you didn't snuff it because you were still breathing. You slept for a whole day. Why in blazes did you mess with them in here? To make the guards happy? The sign disappear all right. We lost another day, and now Thorn is even farther away. With difficulty you rise to your feet. Your arm is somehow less black. It was foolish of me, I agree, and the sign didn't disappear. It's just lying in wait. Let's hurry up, Ake. Otherwise we'll never catch up to Thorn.
In these times of trouble, you could use some of your youthful daring, for which you've been nicknamed Mad Thorn. It seems, though, that your daughter has it aplenty.
Alright, guys, and that's, well, let's go ahead and just go just a little bit further. Youthful daring, huh? Sounds exciting. Alright, looks like we're on to Thorn Brennan. So the only hope for a cure is to find the next menhir. So where is the next menhir? The Archmenhir is one here. Ursus is up there. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be working our way up to the Archmenhir. 162 Strixes. Alright, well that's it for this episode. Catch up with you guys next time.